Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's episode of Nub TV. So, I am remote this weekend, and my friend Aaron, speeding G60, we are out at his headquarters here, and a bit more out in the country than my house. But he drug my trailer out for me, so I got an apartment. We had pretty late night BSing last night. Got all of our BSing out of the way so that we could actually accomplish something today. And gonna make some morning coffee here. And the unseasonably wet weather made me sleep in. And it is just... it's May. What the... yeah, it is just nasty out. So good thing we'll be in the shop. A lot of cool stuff. Basically, well, let's go over that inside. See you in the shop. All right, so the goal this weekend is to get a baseline dyno on my old tired VR6. So one of my passions has always been a VR6 engine. In my mid-20s, we did the chip intake exhaust, had fun with them, and then going turbo is actually kind of what got my manifold projects going. So the Mark IV had a plastic intake manifold, and I had to develop a new one for going turbo life, right? And that kind of got me down the rabbit hole of learning to make my parts and short runners and all the jazz that goes with it. So here we are quite a few years later, and my daily fun normal car, 12 valve VR6, naturally aspirated, 205,000 miles on it. It's tired as hell. So what I'm going to do is do a baseline dyno on this guy. It's got chip intake exhaust. The old trusty Mustang dyno here at Aaron's. And that's got its own story behind that guy. We won't go into that whole thing and how it got here. It's a pretty long one. Gabe's out there somewhere, and he's letting Aaron store this thing for quite a while. So we're going to take advantage of using it. And the main plan here is to get a baseline dyno. Numbers. We're not going for record horsepower. All we need is some numbers. My guess, this thing's going to make 154 horsepower. I think Aaron said 148 or 164. So we'll see what happens here later today with that. I need to change oil cooler, gasket, seal, O-ring, whatever you want to call it, while it's up on this lift. I've been meaning to do it at home. Hasn't happened. And then at some point, I don't remember hitting anything with my oil pan, but there's almost a little hole in it, so glad we saw that. And gonna get going on that stuff, and we'll check back in when it's getting closer to dyno time. So I said I was gonna check back in with you when the car was closer to dyno, and then I forgot we gotta eat breakfast. So my lovely
fat kids eat.
Yeah, fat kids gotta eat. So we brought the Fat Fuck 6000 out. Aaron got us a gallon of gravy. We're gonna doctor that up. Eggs, sausage, all that other good jazz. And then maybe I'll get to work, but then I'll probably be in a coma. So I don't know. It's got to be a productive day, though. Aaron's trying to be productive. What the hell are you doing over here?
Well, after I lifted the heads on the dyno and fucked everything up, had new heads built, and now I'm checking fucking push rod length. Just re-verifying push rod length, so I put the motor back together right. I'm sure I'm overthinking it, but
I don't know.
I think I'm onto something.
Perfect. So he's got his project, I got my project, and then we both got a project of getting fatter together. So that's what we're gonna do here for a bit. All right, so thanks to Ryan, ARC, he got me these gaskets. And then that guy's going up on the block. We'll get her button back up. There's still oil in it, things everywhere. I got to replace, I'm not going to replace the pan here or do any other stuff. I'm just going to make sure there's enough oil for a dyno and get home. And then on my lift, when it's ready for maybe cam install. So after we do this, I'll be able to pull the intake manifold and do lifters, springs, cams, and then that'll be set up the next dyno session. And then we'll get into short runner development. But when it comes in for cams, that'll be the time. I'll pull the pan then, and that'll... There it goes. Okay, so we're strapped down, got some exhaust fan set up, and we'll do a little calibration here in a minute and then kind of mess around. So we're not gonna make big power here or anything. Like I said, I'm gonna say it's 154. Aaron says 148. I got a reconfirmation on that from him. Stock VR6 was 172, 174, something like that. Chip intake and exhaust to the tire on a dyno jet is like 180, 184. Cams, I mean, we've gotten up to 212 on Steven's car. The Race Rabbit is 280 something, maybe, we don't know. Anthony and Maryland's pushing 280 on a dyno, but when he runs on the track, it's higher than that. Track's actually where you get real horsepower, not on a dyno. Real life world conditions on a street. So this is just a tool. We're gonna get a number, write that number down so we don't forget it, and it is what it is. So stay tuned. What?
Oh, it's facing you. 148. With my numerous years of operating this dyno, I think this is like my 4th time. 148 is my number.
You heard it right from the source's, the horse's mouth, the source's mouth, the horse's ass.
Survey says closest to without going over. Price is Right rules. Oh man, fuck. On Eric's car, we get fucking dyno graphs that look like this.
Oh.
And on Jerry's, we couldn't figure out why. And on Jerry's, go back, it was doing that.
Oh, okay.
And we couldn't figure it out because we were ending the test too early automatically, and I didn't know. This is a fucking first car I dynoed.
Yeah, yeah. A lot to learn.
Yeah.
Any software.
So I got this thing open too. I'll save that. Go to paint, paste, save as.
So, I don't know if the camera was on there. That just surprised the shit out of us. And I guess that explains a lot of my freeway activity and why some of the results are. I thought...
What's the mods again?
The what?
The mods.
Chip intake exhaust.
And intake only being filter. Air
Correct.
filter.
Yes. So, old C2... Might be a Jeff Atwood chip from way back in the day. 2.5 inch exhaust to a Borla muffler and a big fat cone filter. The hood was shut right there. No fan on it, nothing. That was just its baseline. I'm tired. 177 horsepower. 170 pounds of torque, which right on. We're gonna let her cool down, wait for a buddy to get here, and do her again in a little bit. So, Aaron just asked what the advertised gains are. I mean, all right, now we're going back 15, 18 years ago, and I'm gonna use that stupid saying that I've forgotten more than some people know. I forgot all this stuff, but I used to know all these numbers from back then. So Aaron was asking what each supporting mod gains were advertised back in the day. So in theory, on a dyno jet, if we add 10%,
Mustang.
Well, we're on a Mustang, so we think we're down 10% over a dyno jet, which back to, we're not trying to get high horsepower, we just want a number, so everything will be tested on this dyno, so it really doesn't matter. But in theory, this thing's around almost 200 horsepower right now at the wheels, not the crank, which that really surprised both of us, and I'm excited. So next mod is 276 cams Tectonics with, Colin's got me a chip to match those, and lifters and springs, and then we're gonna bring her back. So there's our question right there. I'm asking it now. What are cams gonna give us? Well, it's going to move the power band. We know that. So the line will change. And then it's going to rev out higher. And then I say it gains 12 horsepower on the cams. So 190 is what my next dyno will be when I come back with cams. And then later on, we're going to throw a short runner on. And I just have a hunch that... Ooh... I think this is still Mark 3 head gasket. I don't even have a Mark 4 head gasket. So we're 10...
What does that do?
We're 10 to 1. If you put a Mark 4 head gasket in, it raised it a half a point. So you were 10 and a half. And that was a lot. That was those 2 horsepower advertised back in the day. Well, then you had the variable valve intake, all that other bullshit. Is it coolant?
No. The oil pan would have been right here.
It's right under that oil cooler.
Something to check.
It's all right. We're tearing it apart.
Okay, come forward.
Okay, so
Watch this mud flap deal. You want to click on lift and then push up on the thing there?
click on lift.
Go that way on the computer.
Oh,
The tab on the top that says lift.
lift. Up. I'm new to the dyno here, so bear with me.
Okay, push down.
And
You let go of the brake, put it neutral, or whatever it has.
manual. Okay, so we got my friend Chuck here. He's got a
Maybe turn it off.
Mk6 TDI. Malone stage 2. Little stuff going on. Used to be my roommate, so decided to bring him out and
Get fucked up.
oh yeah, well, he brought air and a bottle of whiskey, so yeah, and that's why we got the apartment outside. And then if my car just started ticking and I don't like the sound of it, so we pulled it out. Might drive it home, Aaron might tow it home, I'm not sure, but Chuck said he's here for the long haul and is gonna take me home in the morning, so I'll figure everything out next week. I don't care right now, and we're just gonna have a good old day. So Mk6 TDI, I don't know anything about diesel. I'm guessing 300 pounds of torque. Chuck read a little bit. He's thinking the same thing, but we're gonna see and just see what happens.
Put up in fourth gear.
We're learning here. Gonna do a pull with diesel, but we're trying to know where to start a test and whatnot. Survey says 355, 65.
200 power. 355 205 torque.
Damn. Happy? 200 horsepower, 355 pounds of torque. And look how quick the torque gets up. I mean it. Yeah. Nice. So we had a cross-threaded fitting on the turbo return, and for the third time today, Aaron was about ready to push his car off a cliff, but I had to calm him down and tell him we could fix it. So I just took that little guy, and in my head his car was sitting on the lift, and I was gonna cut the bung off and weld a new one on, and then I realized that the tube chassis car is on the lift and his car is actually on jack stand, so now I gotta lay on my back and try to weld this fitting on because I told him I could do it. So I'm gonna have a few more beverages and figure out what I'm gonna do here, but here in a little bit we're gonna weld a fitting on, and then we're gonna make some cheesesteaks. All right, so all kinds of crazy shit's happened in the last hour, and we're gonna take those rib roasts and turned it into cheesesteak here, but we smoked them for an hour and a half. Now I'm gonna put them back in the fridge, chill them, and then we're gonna throw them through the meat slicer to make cheesesteaks on the Fat Fuck 6000. In the meantime, we're trying to get this big piece of shit in here. It's not really a piece of shit, I just said that out loud. I'm sure that guy would call it a piece of shit. Yell something.
Been registered in 5 years.
Yeah, he's a little upset right now because we can't find all the equipment that we need to get it on down the hill here for him to fix it, but he'll be okay. I'm cheering him on, trying to help him, give him good ideas to get it in here. He keeps telling me to shut up. It's pretty cool. He's gonna like drink a gallon of whiskey tonight, but I'll record that later. There we go. All right,
Shay Nub. Gonna go finger free.
we're gonna slice up some shit for some cheesesteak.
First, we're gonna slice the meat that we just pre-smoked, and then we're gonna cut it up, and then put it on the Fat Fuck 6000. Oh look, there's a perfect steak left. Skinny ass steak. I'm gonna watch my language. PG-13.
I think after the first 5 minutes you're okay, but
You're done. Some chunks.
okay. What do we got? Oh, that's the next one?
Yeah. Some of this fat can go to Moose. Mooser! What are you doing out there, Bubby?
Put it on the grill to cook with it.
Yeah, for flavor and grease.
Yep.
Yeah, look at that.
So these are quarter inch slices.
You can tell it's already had some cooking done to it because it's got some less red. It's got some smoke in it.
Kind of idiots, dyno cars, drink a bunch of beer and whiskey all day long, and then like pull out a meat slicer for cheesesteaks.
Oh,
Ah,
5 seconds, 5
son of a
seconds.
bitch.
Get it, I'll eat it.
Well, I'll eat it. It's all right. Okay.
There we go.
All right. So, baseline slicing. Woo! Now we're gonna chop that up cross-cut, but so we're gonna cross-cut that, fry up some onions. This is cheesesteak galore, pepperoncinis, whatever cheese you want. The Fat Fuck 6000's going. And I might die tonight because woo. All right, my cheesesteak's done. The last one. Chuck, how was yours?
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, Aaron.
Worth the price of delivery.
No shit. Look at that. Oh, she's jealous. Jess, how was yours?
It was really good.
And you
But
never
I
had a
can't
cheesesteak.
finish
You
it.
got
Never had one.
What have you been doing the whole time?
I've been eating it. I just
Bullshit. Oh my gosh. I'm sending you a bill.
don't worry. It will get finished later.
It was $35.
Okay.
Everything you wanted it to be?
I can't eat another bite.
This fucker, his was 3 pounds, so we're good.
Fucking A.
I'm gonna die on mine. All right, I'll check back in after I get out of my coma. Well, you saw the cheesesteak. Holy shit. I am gonna die. So, I don't know if you can see the moon. Can you see the moon? The field. So, original plan was to have a raging field party with trailers, bonfire, ATVs, mud bog, like all kinds of stuff, and then weather, life, everything happened, and I just didn't feel like organizing it, so that didn't happen. So today was Dyno Day, cheesesteak day, work on cars, and just have a stress-free, relaxed day. Was it stress-free? I don't know. We can ask Aaron. I don't know where he's at. We accomplished a whole bunch of stuff. We're totally happy. I gotta eat some cheesecake here. The grill is empty. That was my cheesecake slice. And we might have a fire, but I think I'm gonna check out on this session, and it was a really cool bitchin' day. So technically this was like a 40th birthday shindig, and we got some dyno numbers on 2 cars, got some good stuff going for my project, and I hope it goes good places. And then yeah, it was just a great Saturday, and see you on the next video. Thanks for checking out the video. Like and subscribe if you want to see more stuff. I know we cook, do automotive stuff, and all kinds of crazy things all in one video. Not your normal stuff, but that's how I roll in life, so it is what it is. See you on the next video.
All I'm hearing right now is Eddie Murphy's comedy stick about his funkin' uncle lighting the fucking fire. Want a fire? That's a fire!
Hey, it worked. That ain't nothing. He hasn't been out to Central Oregon with us. Told you I was checking out. Evidently this asshole said I had to have a fire for my birthday.
We talked about this for 6-8 months.
We were gonna have a
bonfire,
rager.
field party, fire pit jumping with quads and motorcycles and people and drunkenness and ambulances, and
Right, and look at us duds here.
we got almost a full fucking moon. We're fat and fed, drinking, and we're having our fucking fire because that's what we talked about.
This is why I hang out with this guy, because he made me have a fire for my birthday celebration, even though I talked about it and didn't want to do it because I just got lazy or some bullshit, and we could have had a rager tonight. If I was only 10 years younger, it really would have been awesome, but it's all good. This is a good little time. Yeah, he wants a beer.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sure. Yep, it's gone.
Go Nubby, it's your birthday. We're gonna party like it's your birthday. You're gonna pass out like it's your birthday. I'll give you 20 minutes. What do you say? Oh yeah, brown liquor gets it done quicker. Thanks, Chuck.
Welcome.
Fuck 'em. Oh, welcome. Fuck 'em. Yeah, cheers. Since we talked about a bonfire this whole time, kind of forced him to having his bonfire right here in the front of the shop, right by the trailer, right by the new truck, right by the old truck, right by the trailers.
Yeah.
Big booty.
Stop, fucker.
So maybe this is the what do they call that when you the afters, the deleted scenes,
There you go.
the unshowed footage. Anyhow, we talked about a bonfire, and we're having our bonfire.
Little fire. It's good. Got all our work done. It's safe. It's okay.
All right then. Peace the fuck outside, Seacrest.
So he lit a fire.
Yeah, we wanted a bonfire. We had this discussion for like 6-8 months.
I know.
We had to have a bonfire. We
And
were gonna have bonfire jumping.
I pussed out. I will admit, I turned into a pussy and said, dude, I don't have the energy to throw together a party. Because I wanted like 35 trailers, 16 ATVs, a mud bog, fire jumping.
We got 5 acres here.
I know. And I hype shit up and talk a big game, and then I puss out.
But we wanted fire. We got fire. We wanted fire jumping. We're gonna have fire jumping.
Who's jumping fire?
Sure we are.
Oh.
Watch.
Chuck gonna?
Oh
Chuck?
my god, you fucking idiot.
Do you a heel kick?
Jesus Christ.
Woo!
Okay, when you eat shit,
Hey, out here, the ambulance is free, they told us. It's
a
in our taxes.
fucking matter.
I don't
Do you
care.
know how
It's
fucking far the hospital is?
It's the ambulance.
Oh my god. Fucking idiot.
Ambulance is an hour and a half away.
Seacrest. Seacrest is out. Now we're going to call it lights out at the Nubworks 40 Bash. Peace outside. Seacrest out.